Good morning, students. I am your assistant teacher, and I welcome you back to the Gyamjyoti online classes. Students, in few days ago, I taught you about the exercises of history. Now we will start the geography section. And students, as you know that the chapter number 1, 2, 3, the term 1 exam will start online. Okay, you have to appear it online in your mobiles or laptops or computers. Okay, from 14th September onwards. So chapter number 1, 2, 3 will is the syllabus for term 1. Okay, so the first chapter is, according to the syllabus, is the Earth in the solar system. The first chapter is the Earth in the solar system. Okay, students, in this chapter we have already studied few minutes back that about our planet, about our solar system, and about the different planets also. Okay, so when we come across the exercises, we will know that the first section is A. Fill up the blanks with the right word from the bracket. Okay, the first one is dash help in communication across the world. So what is the thing, or what is that item which help in communication across the world? So the student, there are two options given: man-made satellites and natural satellites. Students, the answer will be man-made satellites. Then second one is, students, distances between galaxies are measured in terms of. Okay, students, you know that in our world, okay, in our country, take an example of a country. Okay, the distances between places is measured in kilometers. But in foreign countries, students, in most of the areas it is measured in miles. So when it comes to space, kilometers and miles will be a smaller unit. Therefore, light year is used. Okay, distances between galaxies are measured in terms of light years. It is not a unit of light. It is a unit of distance. Okay. So the Earth, the Moon, the Sun, every planet, every celestial bodies, heavenly bodies, that are so far away from that, far away from our Earth, that it is measured in light years. Okay, students, the third one. Dash are heavenly bodies having heat and light of their own, that is stars. Stars are heavenly bodies who have heat and light of their own. But our planet don't have the heat and light, it takes from the sun. Then students, the fourth one. A large rotating cloud of dust and gas is called. Okay, so what is that? A large rotating cloud of dust and gas is called solar nebula and solar system. Okay. So the answer will be solar nebula. Then students, the last one in the filling the blank section is dash are totally imaginary shapes in the sky formed by a group of bright stars. First one is comet, second one is constellations. The answer will be constellations. Okay, constellations. Then students will move to the next, that is the B part, and the following. Okay. Okay, the first one is, I will write here, student, the lightest planet. The lightest planet. Students, what will be the answer? The answer is Saturn. I am direct writing the answer. The second one, the smallest planet. Okay, the answer will be Mercury, the smallest planet. Students, now the third one, the star closest to our sun. The answer will be Proxima Centauri. Then students, the next one is large group of stars in the sky. That is called the galaxy. Large group of stars. That is called galaxy. Galaxy. Okay, students. Number 5 is closest celestial neighbor of the Earth. That is called the Moon. Okay, so students, due to lack of space, I am drawing here and I am going to write here. Closest celestial neighbor of Earth. The answer is here, Moon. Okay, students. Then the option comes number C. Tick the correct answer in the following. It is one type of. In C part, students, it comes tick the correct answer in the following. Means it is one type of multiple choice. Okay, questions. First one is, which of the following planets is known as Earth's twins? Students, twins means in Hindi we say it Judwa. Okay, so which planet is known as the Earth's twins? The first option here is Jupiter, second is Saturn, third is Venus, and fourth is Neptune. So students, its answer will be Venus. Some quality, some physical features of Venus is equal to similar to Earth. Okay, then second one, which of the following is the nearest planet to Sun? First one is Venus, second one is Earth, third one is Mercury, fourth one is Jupiter. Okay, the answer will be Mercury. Mercury is the nearest planet to the Sun. Then students, the third one is, which of the following direction pole star indicates? The answer is pole star indicates the north direction. North pole, toward the north pole. Okay. Students, then fourth one is, all planets move around the sun in a what is that name of that path? What type of path it is? Okay. First one is elliptical path, second is circular path, third one is rectangular path, and fourth one is oval path. Okay, so the answer will be elliptical path. It is a little bit different from the circular path. Okay, number 4 will be the answer, elliptical path. Fourth option, number 1. Fourth question number 4, the number 1 option is elliptical path. Students, so thus your MCQs is completed. Then the question answers will start. Answer the following questions. The first one is, the Earth is the only planet of its kind in the solar system. Comment. Students, why Earth is, it is told that, it is always told that Earth is a unique planet in the solar system among all the planets. Okay, Neptune, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mars, Mercury, there are several planets in the solar system, but why Earth is considered as a unique planet? So the answer is, the Earth is the only planet of its kind in the solar system because of the following reasons. Students, what are the reasons? I will study it, I will read it one by one. So in the answer the following questions, first one is, why? What are the reasons? That I will study one by one. Students, you all know that it is the only planet in the solar system with water. It looks blue from the space because of the presence of water. Students, you know that near about 71% of Earth is covered with water. Only 29% is the land surfaces. Then students, it has 3 rings which support life on it. It means it has 3 parts, you can say, where life is supported. Then students, the third one is, the Earth is just at the right distance from the Sun. Okay, students, the one more thing is, the Earth's distance from the Sun is so appropriate that all life's materials support us in a right or in a perfect way. It is neither too hot nor too cold. Yes, if it had been little bit more than farther from sun, our Earth would have, or we would have faced only the cold season throughout the year, and it had been much nearer to the sun, we would have burnt in the sun rays of the sun. So the position of the Earth is so unique, so perfect that life is possible on Earth. The temperature on the Earth supports the life on it. Yes, it's true, students, as I have told you. Then students, the second question. What is the second question I am reading? Which heavenly body is the closest to the Earth? Mention its characteristics. Okay, students, which heavenly body means moon. The answer is moon. Moon is the only natural satellite our Earth have. The moon is closest to the Earth. It is the only natural satellite of it. Moon is 1/4 of the sun and in its diameter. It does not have heat and light of its own. Moon does not have heat and light of its own. It gets it from the sun. Yes, it's true, students. The moon gets the light and heat and light from the sun. The moon revolves around the earth on its fixed orbit. Okay. It has also its own orbit. It takes 29 or 30 days to complete one revolution. That is why the lunar months are of 29 to 30 days. So 30 days means near about 1 month. Okay, it is the time period of the one revolution of the moon. Okay, students. Then question number 3. Why do we refer Venus as a sister planet of the Earth? Yes, it's also very true that I have told you that Venus is the Earth's twins. Okay. Venus and Earth are called the twin planets. Okay, why? What is the reason? Because Venus is slightly smaller than the Earth. In size, it is slightly smaller than the Sun. It is 95% of the Earth in its diameter and 80% of the Earth is in its mass. Okay. Both the planets have a few few craters, which show that their surfaces are comparatively young. The density of the two planets is also same. So, friends, the density of the planets is also same. Then, number 4. Why is only one side of the moon seen from the earth? Here, this is a very interesting question, students. Why we see only one side of the moon? The answer is, there are one second, students, I am little bit confused. Question answer number 4. What is the difference between students? In the book, the question is given different, and in the answer it is different. So I will answer you that why is only one side of the moon seen from the earth? Because one side of the moon is lit by the sun. Means the light provided by the sun is given to the moon, and it shows its side, and the light provided by sun is being the light and heat given by the moon. That is why, that is the reason. Okay. Then write a paragraph on how the earth and other planets of the solar system may have formed. So what is how the different planets have been formed. So the first one is, the solar system is about 4.6 billion years old. Just imagine how much old it is. It originated when a large rotating cloud of dust and gases like hydrogen and helium called solar nebula collapsed. As it collapsed, it began to spin faster and became flat like a disk. The hot mass of it mostly concentrated in the middle of the disk. The rest of the disk began to break up into rings. Small fragments of the mass in the rings collided with one another, cooled and became planets. So this was the reason how different planets may have. Then students will move to the last question is, write a brief description of all the planets in our solar system. So we have to read about the whole planets in the solar system. The first one is, there are 8 planets in our solar system. Okay. The first one is Mercury. Mercury is the closest to the sun and is the smallest. It is a dry and hot planet without atmosphere. It is rotating very slowly and completes its one revolution in 88 days. Okay, it doesn't have a satellite. So students, this was all about the Mercury planet. The second is Venus. Venus is the second planet from our sun. It is the brightest object in the sky after the sun and the moon. And it is said to be the sister planet of the earth because its diameter, mass and density is almost same as that of the earth. Venus also does not have any satellite. It completes its one revolution in 225 earth days and one rotation in 223 earth days. Okay. Next, third one is Earth. Earth is the third planet of the solar system. It is an ideal temperature for life to exist. The presence of water and atmosphere around it are also supporting life on the Earth. It has 3 rims. The first one is the lithosphere, students, the land surface. Second one is hydrosphere, the water bodies, and atmosphere, the thick layer of air around it. The Earth completes its one revolution around the Sun in 365 days and 6 hours, and it rotates on its own axis in 24 hours. That is, it completes one day. Okay, as you know, the day and nights are caused by the rotation of the Earth. The Earth looks blue from the space due to the presence of water bodies. Okay, that is why it is called as blue planet. Okay, then next one is Mars. Mars is the 4th planet and also called the red planet due to its red color. Okay, it completes one revolution in 687 Earth days. It has 2 small satellites. Okay, students, next is Jupiter. We know that, students, the largest planet of the solar system is the Jupiter. It is the brightest in the night sky after the moon and the Venus. It has faint and small rings around it. It is a gaseous planet. It completes its one revolution around the sun in 12 Earth years. Students, just imagine, 1 year is completed in Earth in 365 days. But when you multiply it by 12, then it takes one revolution for the Jupiter to complete one revolution around the sun. And it has the highest number of satellites. It has 69 satellites revolving around it. Then, student, next is Saturn. Saturn is the sixth and the second largest planet in the solar system. It revolves around the sun in about 29 and half Earth years. Just imagine 29 and half Earth years. There are many clouds on Uranus. It is, sorry students, I forgot. It is Saturn. I am talking about Saturn. It is also a gaseous planet and the lightest of all. It can probably float on water. Saturn interior is very hot. That is why it radiates more energy from space. It has several very thin rings around it. The rings are made of water, ice, and some dust particles. Saturn has 62 satellites revolving around it. Uranus completes one revolution of the Sun in 84 Earth years. Uranus is more farther from Saturn. There are many clouds on Uranus. It is also a gas planet and has rings around it. The rings are made of large particles and dust. Uranus has 17 satellites surrounding it. Then the last one is the 8th number planet. Pluto has been discarded as a planet. Then the Neptune, due to the discarding of Pluto, then Neptune is the last planet. It is also a gas planet. It takes 165 Earth years to complete one revolution around the Sun. Neptune also has internal heat and radiates in the space. Winds blow at light speed and storms occur regularly on its surface. And we know, students, the last planet, Neptune, has 27. Students, now we will also study the same in geography section, second chapter, latitudes and longitudes. Okay, students, so in the exercise section, the first one is complete the following. So there are some lines given, we have to complete it. The first one is the sun rises earlier in Arunachal Pradesh than it does in Gujarat because the first one is complete the following. The first one is, students, the reason is the sun rises about 2 hours earlier in the northeast part of India. Okay, then it does in the west due to an east to west extent of nearly 29 degrees. Okay, students, from Arunachal Pradesh to Gujarat it is very farther away, so the sun takes a little more time to rise in Gujarat rather than in Arunachal Pradesh. So 29 degrees, there is a difference between 29 degrees. The second one is we lose time when we travel to the west because, yes, it's true, when we travel to the east, when we travel to the west, not east, west, we lose time. Why? There is a reason. Students, as you know that the earth is rotating from west to east, this is the most important thing, that the earth rotates from west to east. The sun rises in the east, so that day starts first in the east. It's also true because the sun rises in the east. Meridians are drawn at a distance of 15 degrees each, and the differences between the two longitudes is of 1 hour every 15 degrees of longitude. So we move towards the west, we lose time. Okay. Then students, then we'll move to the question and answer section. Second one is answer the following briefly. The first one is here. What are the end points of the earth called? Sure, the answer is the two end points in the earth are called the North Pole and the South Pole. Okay, both in the north and south directions respectively. Next one, the next question is, what are the circles around the earth running parallel to the equator called? So, what are the imaginary circles? They all are imaginary. Okay. So the circles around the earth running parallel to the equator are called parallels of latitudes. Okay, students, parallels of latitudes. Then the number 3, which is the largest circle that can be drawn on the surface of the earth. That is the answer is, student, equator. Equator is the largest circle that can be drawn on the earth. Then student, the next is, Number 4. What is the time taken by each meridian to come in front of the sun? The answer is each meridian takes 4 minutes to come in front of the sun. The difference between two meridians is 4 minutes. Then question number C. Okay, what is C? Answer the following. Find out the latitude and longitude on which cities these cities are located. The first one is New Delhi, then London, then New York, then Sydney, then Tokyo. Okay, we have to find out the latitudes and longitudes. Then students, in this question, the first one is to write the latitudes and longitudes of the following cities. The first one is students, New Delhi. New Delhi is the capital city of our country. Latitude is 28.7 degree north and 77.1 degree east. That is the longitude. Then when it comes to London, it is 51.5 degree north and 0.13 degree west. So that is the longitude. The first one is the latitude. When it comes to New York, situated in United States, 40.7 degree north is a latitude position. The next is 74 degree west. That is the longitude position. Then Sydney, Australia, 33.8 degree south and 151.2 degree east. It is the latitudes and longitudes of Sydney respectively. Then next one is friends, Tokyo, the capital of Japan, 35.6 degree north and 139.6 degree east. So this is the latitudes and longitudes of the cities written here, students. Then the next question is why does the date change when we cross the international date line? Okay, this is a very nice question. The date changes when we cross the date time because the 0 meridian and 180 degree meridian complete. It forms a complete circle. The date changes when we cross this line of 0 degree and 180 degree meridian. It is called the international date time. Places just west to this line are 24 hours ahead of place just to the east. If you come across it, the time stays the same, but you gain or lose a whole day. So this happens when we change places from one place to another. Then students, the third is experimental question that Eddie's brothers living in USA calls him up for dinner on Sunday, but Eddie is already getting ready to go to college on Monday morning. Why? Why is this so? Why it happens? Okay, what is the difference? Means his brother is calling for dinner Sunday night, but Eddie is getting ready to go to college on Monday morning. Why this happened? USA students, we know that USA is situated in the western hemisphere, whereas Eddie must be living in the eastern hemisphere. Okay, it's true. Where the sun rises first, so the eastern hemisphere had a Monday morning, whereas USA stayed at the previous day night time. Okay, next students, number 4. Students on a trip to Southeast Asia arrived at Delhi airport to take the flight to Kuala Lumpur that was scheduled to leave at 1 p.m. The Kuala Lumpur is situated in Malaysia. Then students, the flight will take 5 hours to reach. 1 p.m. means 6 p.m. it will reach Kuala Lumpur, which is situated in Malaysia. What will be the time in Kuala Lumpur when they reach? Okay, students, this is a map work, so we can't do here in the blackboard. Then student, number 5th one. What is standard time? Explain, taking an example of India. Okay students, India lies between that. I will help you by writing some. Students, we'll come to question answer number 5. So what is the answer? That what is standard time? Explain, taking example of India. Okay student, let us see. India lies between the 68 degree 7 minutes east. Okay student, this is India's location. Okay, this is the position of India. This is longitude. There is a span of 29 degrees between the east and west of our country. Yes, it's true. India is a big country, and it comes to in the 7th number when it comes to area. Although India is a large country, it was inconvenient to have two different time zones for running the trains and airways. So India is a big country. It can have 2 to 3 time zones, but it was difficult for us to run the trains and airways, railways and airways. The 82.5 degree east longitude passes almost through the middle of India. It was therefore decided to take it as a point of reference to fix the Indian Standard Time. Being in the east, the standard meridian of India is 5.5 hours ahead of the GMT. Students, the Greenwich Mean Time, which passes through Greenwich in the England, the city, in the country of England, it is 5.5 hours, 5:30 hours. So 5.3 hours, 30 hours ahead of the GMT. Okay, students, the last one is a crossword puzzle. This is an interesting one, students. A Portuguese explorer who led the first exploration from west to Asia. Okay, who was he? Who was the Portuguese explorer? I will just write his answer. He is Vasco da Gama. Second one is imaginary circles running from Earth 23.5 degree north and 23.5 degree south of equator. Students, the second one will be the third one is a model of the Earth, that is a globe. And his fourth one is one of the first explorers to travel the Silk Route in the 13th century. Fourth one is Marco Polo. Fifth one is imaginary line on a globe running from one pole to another. That is called longitude. And friend, number 6, imaginary line on a globe that help us to locate places easily. That is called the Greenwich Mean Time. Okay, students, I have left number 2. I will tell you imaginary circles running around the Earth 23.5 degree north and 23.5 degree south of equator. So that is imaginary circles students. The second one which I have left you, I will tell you that something is mistaken in the answer PDF. Imaginary circles running around the Earth 23.5 degree north and 23.5 degree south. So there will be two answers. First one is Tropic of Cancer. And Tropic of Capricorn. So friends, this was the answer and this was the video all about. I hope you will like the video, and tomorrow we'll meet again. So thank you for today students. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.